too late to revise from scratch and understand absolutely everything, so you're trying to ram as much information as humanly possible into your short-term memory. This is how you're going to do it. All of the tips that you see online are about studying to get things into your long-term memory. This is always the goal of studying, but at the end of the day, if the exam is in an hour and there are still topics that you've never seen before, you are just trying to shove pieces of information into your short-term memory. There's no time to waste, so let's get on with it. First things first, chunking. Don't try and remember a sequence of things, try and remember things in chunks. Really helpful for words, numbers, and dates. So if I was trying to remember 3 dates, 1945, 2023, 1512, I would basically shove all of those numbers together. So get into the habit of repeating them at the same time. It makes it easier for your brain to retain for a shorter time. Just think, when you're giving someone your phone number, it's easier to give the numbers in chunks. Secondly, flashcards are going to be very, very helpful. Absolutely plow through them. Okay, you got it. Do it again and do it again and do it again. Question, definition, formula, definition. Say it out loud. And if there's any you're getting right more consistently than the others, you're going to have to move on. You're going to be like, right, I fancy my chances of remembering this in the exam. Now it's time for me to focus on this thing I just cannot remember. Understand that in the exam, you are going to cap yourself if you've only remembered things and you haven't understood them. If I've just remembered the cosine rule, then I can apply it if they explicitly say, use the cosine rule, but otherwise I'm not really going to understand why I would use it. But do understand, if you're told to do it, you will be able to apply this formula. Just like any historical event, if you're revising history, for example, if you don't understand why it happened or what the consequences were or why they were so, this is something that you're then going to be trying to figure out in the exam. And you don't have time for that. So you're only going to be able to answer questions if it explicitly says it, or if you can make an educated guess that this is going to be the answer. However, notice that this can be beneficial because you will always get a few knowledge marks. AO1 is practically always knowledge. So if you can bang down a definition, bang down a date, some information about an event, a formula, whatever it is, these are the marks that you're going to be getting. You're not going to be writing some groundbreaking analysis. Finally, identify what is most important for you to remember. Write it on a little cheat sheet or a little flashcard and just read it over and over and over again before the exam. Get into that exam. The first thing you do before answering the first question is write it down. Because you read it less than 5 minutes before, you should be able to just dump it on the page. You won't lose marks for it. And if it comes to it, this will work. In fact, I did this in A-level maths for the equation of a trajectory and it worked. If you like this video, be sure to follow for more daily study tips.